How are you? Thank you for joining us on short notice. We appreciate you giving us some time.
No, thank you guys so much for having me on. Even if I was a filler, it's okay. We won't tell the crowd.
Actually, you're not
good.
You're not a filler because we had no clue you were going to be here. So obviously, with
I had no clue I was going to be here.
Yeah, I didn't know, honestly. So since Franchon Cruz is going to be fighting when? April 30th?
April 30th.
Oh, yeah. She's
a
on
double undisputed card.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, hey, I know you are a common opponent. You had 2 fights with her. So I'm like, let me see if you have the time.
Of course.
So at least give your breakdown of what you think her fight would be like with Sedarus, and obviously let us know what you got cooking with yourself.
For the 30th, Sedarus, is that how you say it? Yeah.
I think.
Okay,
I could be butchering it. Let me tell you, I'm notorious for that.
It's going to be, I think Franchon with her experience can take it and her wild shots that come out of crazy areas can catch, I want Sedarus. The other girl, she's too robotic. She's too green. She's too green, but she has a damn belt. You know, she's done well for herself. But I think Franchon will probably take it. How do you guys see it?
I think I see it the same, but I'm high on Franchon. I feel she did a really good job in the Alejandra Jimenez fight.
Where she lost her weave?
She lost her weave. But I felt like Jimenez pushed her, and she stood her ground. She fought. She landed cleaner shots. Obviously, for some, Jimenez was more active, but I just liked the way she got through that fight, regardless of win or loss. She suffered adversity. The hair was adversity. Just the pressure, the aggression of Jimenez was adversity. And she made it through that. She didn't wilt. So
that turned into a no. What was it?
Steroids?
No decision. Yeah,
yes.
No decision.
Yes.
Because the steroids.
Yeah, because Jimenez popped hot. So.
Yep. It was an unfortunate situation because it was a good fight. And I would have loved, like, if Jimenez would have won that cleanly and it wouldn't have been overturned, I would have loved to see what she was gonna do next and with who, because she's a little beast. You know.
You know what? Do you think they gave it to Jimenez? Because
I thought they did.
Me too. I think truly, I mean, Franchon's no longer with Golden Boy.
Yeah, no.
Correct?
Matchroom
They let her go. No, she's not even signed with them. I don't think. She's
with Matchroom now.
No, she signed the fight.
Oh, really? One fight deal?
The fight, just for that fight. Because when they announced it, they didn't welcome her to the team. They welcomed her for that fight.
Oh.
I may be wrong. I hope I'm not, because I mean, for somebody to let go of a champion, why?
I thought she got herself out of that situation.
Really?
I thought.
That was the same impression I was under.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
really?
could ask her. I don't know. She's usually good with me. I don't know if she'll answer in time, but I thought that she got herself out of that situation. I didn't know that she was cut or let go. But hypothetically, it wouldn't make sense. And you know, I don't understand.
For a promoter to let go of a champion.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't treating her as well as maybe some other champions that they favorited. You know, with the Jimenez, I think Golden Boy was wanting Jimenez to take over.
Absolutely.
I didn't think that was right, that how they did her. And how they celebrated Jimenez after. They never did that to Franchon. And I mean, we had our, 2 fights, but I will always stand for what's right and what's wrong. And I didn't see that right. That was very hurtful, even seeing it as a woman from the outside and just feeling like, damn, I wonder how she feels. You know,
and she expressed that, though. We've interviewed her. She expressed that, no one was there. Golden Boy didn't really have her back, and I think it was her manager, and her lawyer that would continue to fight for her.
Good.
So maybe that just gives me the inclination that maybe she got herself out of that situation. Okay. But if not, regardless, best thing that happened for her was to get out of that.
Agreed.
Whether they cut her or she cut her, she got out of herself because she was able to get what she needs, which is undisputed. Her first fight was with Clarissa Shields. She doesn't get any sort of credit, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I was actually there. It was on the Andre Ward Kovalev undercard.
Yeah. That was dope.
And I kid you not, to me, I was probably most excited for that fight the entire night. So, to lose her pro debut to Clarissa, still become world champion now, go on to fight for undisputed. I don't know. I think she comes out on top April the 30th. I think I just think it's too much. It's gonna be too much for. Is it Cererus?
I think that's how it is.
For the other girl.
We'll go with that. But no, Franchon's on a different. What did she do better than any other opponent that you faced in the ring?
Well, the second fight is where I truly felt like, all right, I feel here. I feel present. I spoke to the women about this, and I mean, and truly I was like, do I want to talk to you guys about it? But yeah, I do want to talk to you guys about it, how you guys feel about it. I'm sure with my weigh-ins, have you guys seen my weigh-ins of what that is? Okay, so yeah. So my weigh-ins are now going to be very different. Is this live?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Fuck it. So my weigh-ins are going to be now different because I removed my implants. I removed my implants for very serious health reasons.
I didn't even know they were implants.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, I didn't. You knew?
Well, I didn't.
I don't even know if I ever thought
Yeah, I never even thought to assume.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got them to be
But this
huge.
is also my first time seeing you in person. So I've been seeing you for I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years on television. So, but it didn't look.
We have her on the show at Beer House? No.
Maybe Daniel Jacobs, Canelo. Were you at Fight Week for Daniel Jacobs Canelo in Vegas? Because we definitely had a lot of guests on Podcast Row.
I think so.
I think you did sit down with us for Podcast Row.
Well, yeah,
very long time ago.
I don't know. That's a thought that never really crossed my mind.
Yeah, but you had to take them off.
Yes, I was for many, many years I was suffering with them. And this is something where I'm at peace with it, because in boxing, if you say something, it's an excuse.
Yes.
It's an excuse, which is fine, but this is my truth. So it's an excuse, but it's my truth. Breast implant illness, it's a real thing. So many women are getting them explanted because it causes so much anxiety, panic attacks, body inflammation. There was a moment of time where I couldn't open up a water bottle because my hands were so swollen. So they were so hinchados.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
swollen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both laughing.
All right. So,
yo, which is crazy. Sorry. Did that make you look at her hands after she said it?
Yes.
It's funny. We just had Jessica McCaskill here. I think it's a fighter thing. You can tell you're a fighter by the women's hands. Jessica's got big hands, but you got some big hands too.
Oh, well, you know what? When I walked into jail, and they literally told me that was the first thing they looked at, my fist. They're like, oh, you don't want to fuck with homegirl over there walking in. So that's what I guess. I don't know.
Let me see. Can we get a zoom here, Austin?
It's not that big.
That's big.
Yours
I'm
are
6,
huge.
but I'm 6'5". That's
Okay,
the
well,
point.
I'm
That's why I want
5'10".
them to see.
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
They're huge.
Right.
But anyways, back to that, bringing awareness, and yeah, I am bringing awareness to it because it is a real thing, and I was suffering for many, many years, where it was a lot of body aches, but I never knew I was fighting with anxiety. I would always tell my team, I'm like, yo, I think I'm the realest. I'm the most critical also on myself, and I'm like, I think I may be a fighter who trains really well, but fuck, come fight night, I can't show up. I need to be real with myself if I need to remove myself from this, because I would always tell them I feel like I'm having an outer body experience when I'm there. I tell myself, right now you ask me 1 + 1, I know what 1 + 1 is. The minute I get in the ring, what is 1 + 1? What is 1? I never knew that was anxiety I was dealing with. Never. I'm Mexican. Across your head, get it together. Nothing's wrong with you. Right.
But how did you know you were getting the anxiety from the implants?
I take no medication now. I've since I removed them. The ending of, when was it? My last fight, I still had them. That was when I was overly medicated for that fight. Legal. It was all prescribed and everything like that. But
Pain meds.
No, anxiety medication.
Okay.
I've sparred with Chris Cyborg the last one of my last training sessions. It was a week before the fight, and I had a huge panic attack where it was the scariest thing. I've had anxiety, but that moment it was a huge panic attack, and I ran to the back and I couldn't get myself together. And a good friend of mine, she suffers from that. She's like, "You're having a panic attack." I said, what is this? Like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get it together.
Right.
So I went to the doctors, and I was going in and out of the hospital all last year, and finally got medication for it. I fought medicated my last fight, which was in August, I think it was. And I took medication too close. I was so drugged up, as in like so chill. For that fight, I even remember walking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so relaxed. I'm overly relaxed. Yeah. So I was like, this could go really good or really bad. But I didn't have the panic attack.
Right.
That's what was my worry, because I can't fight. You can't fight with a panic attack. You feel like you're breathing through a straw. So after that fight, I scheduled my appointment. I said, I'm done. I know it's this. Right away after, I now can breathe better. They sit like kind of above where your lungs are. It seems like your lungs are lower, but no, it's up here. So I can breathe. I'm no longer on any medication. I don't see any psychologists, psychiatrists, anything like that, therapists. All medication. Have not had a panic attack, no anxiety, no inflammation. My body weight is completely down. This last fight that fell through, didn't struggle to make weight at all. And that was 2.5 pounds that I lost just with that, out of my body.
Wow.
So come weigh-in time, I'm part of the itty bitty titty committee. And sorry guys. Sorry, but I choose my health.
No, you got to.
It was very scary. It was very, very scary. And I'm excited to actually return into the ring and now know I'm 12 years in the game. I should know what to do. I should know. I shouldn't feel like, where am I? How do I do this when I'm in there? I was surviving the majority of the time. I can talk all this shit right now, but I just can't wait to go into fight. This is going to be my first fight without the implants and actually.
So when is that fight?
This last fight got canceled because the girl missed her. I was out in Costa Rica already. I don't want to jinx it. It's in 2 weeks, but yeah. Hopefully everything, the girl signed the contract and hopefully everything shows up, and I just don't want to jinx it. The day of the weigh-in, I'll post a picture and be like, hey, I'm fighting tomorrow, because I had 2 fights that fall through. Wow. I don't know.
It's going to be here in America?
No, Costa Rica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there'll be another one in America, and that's a big fight.
All right.
And I'm excited about that as well. Everything has worked in the way it's supposed to work. So
168?
No, I'm too small for that. I work around at like 165.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could fight at 154 or 160. I lost a lot of inflammation. Like, I was in pain 99% of the time of fighting, but I just thought I was an athlete. I'm always sore. So, I mean, it's my truth. I'm at peace with it. I'm okay with it.
That's all that matters, and especially if you feel better.
100%. And I just knew.
How long has it been? Sorry to interrupt. How long has it been since you removed them?
5 months.
Oh, 5
Barely.
months.
Yeah. So
So you're already full blown training and sparring, and because obviously you were ready for a fight. I started
training 3 weeks after I got them out because I felt so good.
And did you feel a difference in receiving punches?
Now it hurts. Before they would be like, "Does it hurt when they hit you?" I'm like, "No, it's just like a ball. Like, you know how it bounces back. There's the implants in there. It's protecting you. It protects you." But now it hurts, and it's different, and it's so weird because before I had a larger chest, and when I would punch, it would be like here. Now I can have my hands like right here. Just shadow boxing.
So more mobility.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so happy I didn't give up on myself when so many other people did. But I don't blame them because they gave up on what I showed them. What I showed them was I wasn't fighting well. It's okay. But I didn't give up on me. And now I'm so excited. I feel like I'm just going to get started. So.
Well, I mean, at the right time, obviously women's boxing has been on the rise, and it has. I feel like it's arrived, especially going back to our main topic. I mean, I don't think we've ever had a double undisputed female card.
Hey, where does Valdez fall in that? Where are they fighting? So it's
here.
Yeah.
MGM.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not out there.
No, that's here at the MGM.
I thought they were out there. I was like, yo, they're women are headlining. They're the co-main. That's how it should be.
Oh no, separate cards.
Separate cards. Matchroom is the
girls.
Mm-hmm. And then Top Rank is
and it's
Shakur.
on the 30th as well.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this to us?
But I know because Jake Paul.
There's a lot of fights on the 30th.
Jake Paul obviously promotes Serrano now.
Right.
And him and Shakur were like tweeting back and forth, basically. Like Shakur was saying, like how great of a fight, Katie Taylor and Serrano is, and hopefully that they wouldn't overlap. And Jake kind of like responded, like, "We'll make sure that doesn't happen." Whatever. Time wise, yeah.
Correct. New York here.
Right.
Dope. Okay. Well, shoot, that's gonna be an intense night.
Yeah, no, big night of boxing for us. I mean, I think that's what we love the most when we have cards that don't overlap and you can just go from one right into the other, and they're actually good fights. Again, I don't think we've ever seen a double undisputed, right? Because it would be Serrano and Taylor going for undisputed, and then Franchon.
That's exciting. I'm very excited for them.
Yeah.
How do you see the main event play out?
Serrano and
Katie Taylor.
I'm gonna go with my girl Serrano. Yeah, I'm gonna go with her for sure.
Yeah, I'm picking Serrano as well.
Me too.
But I feel that she gets hit a lot. I know that she's
ever been dropped?
I don't know. I know that she's doing all the punching and all the knocking out, but she does get hit. So Katie lets her hands go too pretty well, and comes down the middle a lot. But she's got more of an amateur style.
Jessica tested her chin also,
yes.
And she showed weaknesses in her chin. I've never seen that from Serrano.
Pursoon.
Yes.
Pursoon as well.
She should have gotten that.
Yeah, a lot of people feel she should have lost that fight.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, we just had Jessica and Rick here. What was it, a week or two ago?
Rick just hit me up right now to go out to Chicago, train out there with them. I'm gonna go out there.
He's trying to start a women's league. Does he hit you up?
Oh yeah, we were
because he said 47 to 60, I think.
Yeah, we spoke about that on Monday. And to have that house out in San Diego.
Oh, you're gonna train there?
Oh yeah, it's yes. They're working on something. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, that's right, because Rick wants to do the reality.
Okay, so he spoke to you guys about
yeah.
I wasn't trying to ruin
No, I'm
anything.
just, I know that Benavidez is there. We both went to see Benavidez there, so I didn't realize he was leaving just yet. His fight keeps getting pushed back. He was supposed to be in March, then April, now it's May.
May 21st, right?
It got pushed back again?
yeah.
Oh, so I'm not
Bro's
the
going to
only
be
one.
in training for 5 months.
I've been in training for 3 months. That's why I said I need a fight or I need to go drink tequila real quick. And give my body a chill. And the mind is what gets fried. Yeah. So, yeah. So, guys.
So, what got you into the sport?
Wanted to lose 5-10 pounds. I'm still trying to lose 5-10 pounds.
So it started as a workout thing?
Well, I was doing the acting thing like everybody on the gram out in LA. I had a small role with Eric Roberts on a comedy movie, and it was going to be played on the big screen. It was White Tea, it's called. And I was like, cool, I want to get in shape. And I've always wanted to fight, but I was always an athlete growing up and played college volleyball. So I picked up really quick. I looked like a crazy robot in the beginning, but they're like, you have pop. And then I started to see when I would go to auditions, they were like, what do you do? I'd be in a dress, high heels and everything. I'm like, oh, I'm a upcoming boxer. Producers are men. They're like, what? Come over here. Tell us more about it. So I was like, yo, this separates me from all the other girls,
Right.
who just like, oh, hi, whatever. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go rugged with it. And I'll literally find my way through Hollywood. But I fell in love with the sport. If that comes, but whatever. But I truly fell in love with the sport. And you really have to fall in love with this sport to be
absolutely
in it, because it's grueling and I truly do live it. I live a healthy lifestyle with it. That's how it started. And
how long ago was that?
I was 23.
Oh, wow.
When I learned what a jab was, they're like, jab right. I was like, what's a right? I literally didn't know anything about boxing. 8 months later, fast forward, I had 4 amateur fights, all first round KO, and I turned pro. And my debut was out in Atlanta, and that was like on month 9 that I learned from the beginning.
Wow.
Fast track.
Crazy.
No, but that's why like people, I don't think people realize that like of me, like, yo, I was facing all these fighters who have all this
Amateur backgrounds,
pedigree. And like, you see some fighters who get started and they're fighting, nobodies, but here you are with a belt and beat nobody. Like, I get it. You've done the work, and you see a girl come in this sport and take the attention, and you I get that, but don't throw shit on me because I'm working for the same dream you are. I don't know. That's the part that would be mostly hurtful from other women in the beginning of boxing. But
do you think that's changed? Because I feel like, first of all, I'm going to tell you, obviously us from the outside looking in, we didn't know that you were receiving any of this ill treatment that you're speaking of. But do you think that it's changed? Because I feel like Ebony Bridges has received a tremendous amount of love, where I feel like you're saying that because you were pretty, the other girls took shots at you. But it feels like everyone is embracing Ebony now. Do you know her?
Yes, yeah. It's not because I'll be the last person to be like, yo, I think I'm pretty in the room. I'll be the last person to do that. I grew up the ugly duckling in my family, and I still have issues with that, of like receiving attention. I don't like attention, as crazy as that may sound. But in the beginning, I think it was even just Clarissa, like, she should have had so many more followers than I did. Here I am, a girl who just started boxing 2 years ago, people know me more than they knew her. I didn't think that was right, but don't knock my hustle. I didn't think that was right. I was always like talking about her and showing them love. But then when it came to me, it's like, she's not a real boxer. I'd be like, damn, that's hurtful, because I look up to all these women, just like I looked up to this other girl when I first started training at Wildcard. She went on a podcast talking all this smack about me because I was getting attention from it. I just used it to my benefit, but I always kept my respect towards myself. I was never going to lose my dignity, with the sport, because it's a man's world, and word gets around quick. Word's going to get around quick if you're really taking it serious or not. And I told myself, and I mean, I was never can we skirt? Oh, okay. I was never a slut or a hoe growing up, so now's not the time to become one girl. Like, you're gonna take this serious. You need them to take you serious. You're gonna walk into a gym and nobody's gonna say shit about you. You always train, go home, and that's what I did. Even when I was at Mayweather's, they'd always invite me to everywhere with them. I'd be like, no, thank you. I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. So they saw me being like,
dedicated.
Yes, yeah. So I kept that reputation, and that's why I think God blessed me with so many people in my path to help me from one lily pad to the next, to help, introduce me to other people, and people get to know me. I moved everywhere in the beginning. I moved from LA, first started there, my Vegas here, and then Miami, and sometime in New York, and just.
You lived in Miami?
Yeah. I lived in Miami for a year and a half.
In New York, why'd you go to the cold, Lord?
I had my mentor was out there, and he introduced me to so many other people, but it wasn't like, it was also people who I would be like, yeah, I know them, but it's more important when they know you also, and bring your name upon, in other rooms. And so that's a part of the hustle that I did. And I studied other women. Why aren't they known? They're waiting for somebody to come knock at their door and complaining, nobody knows me, you don't pay me this, but I went out and fucking did the hard work also.
Do you feel that maybe a lot of it too is like on the promoters and the people behind them?
100%.
Because I feel like women in the UFC are like way more known. Even like up and coming fighters, I feel like are way more known than women in boxing.
But it's because of Dana White. Dana White's very smart. Dana White realizes, I'm gonna have a reality show, what Rick and them trying to do. This is what you do. You have people, you have a fan base, a TV show, you introduce the fighters to them in that aspect, and they grow attached to them, to their story, to the background. You get to know the person.
Like this story, you have two here, obviously a late start, and then the removal of the implants. Those are things that mainstream America needs to hear to, follow your story, because there's going to be people that have gone through those things.
No, and I mean, obviously it's things that we see in other sports as well, right? So if I know this about, said play in the WNBA. Why don't I know this about you? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, everybody has their story. Everybody has their story, and it's just getting out there and not being ashamed of your story. You know, I was with quick little check marks of my freaking whole life path has been like I was sexually molested as a young age. So many women have been, and men have suffered with that, but that was my huge reason why to start boxing. And when I had a platform, I was going to speak about that. You know, 12 years ago when I first started, it wasn't the Me Too movement. There wasn't, you know, attention. It was more of a hush-hush situation. And I did speak upon it. You know, I'd been meeting Impacto when I had that opportunity. I spoke upon that. And then I was, you know, addicted to I tried to commit suicide because of that. So many times as a young teenager. I was addicted to meth in college.
What? You overcame meth?
100%. It was the most difficult thing in my life. It's very. I talked to
How
the
long?
girls.
Yo, you don't even look like a meth head. Holy fuck.
No. But what does a meth look? Yes, you get to the point
I mean,
of
the
like
teeth definitely.
Correct.
A lot. I know you got pearly whites.
Correct. I know this.
There's a lot of little signs. Don't get.
I was gonna say, yeah, she bought those.
Yeah. No, but
I want the same pair.
She worked for those.
No, I never got to the point where I lost my teeth, started picking. I was like 3 months into it, and I'm not praising it at all. Meth is one drug that I had done, you know, high school, weed, coke, whatever. Never meth. It completely took my soul. I say it took my soul because at one point I started with 2 other friends. One got pregnant. She had to quit. The other one died. Few years later, when I was out in Miami, I heard the news and I was like, damn. Like I went to her graveyard and I was like, this is crazy. You know, like I made it out. The other one she's lost. She's completely lost. And but anyways, overcame that. I relapsed twice. I doubt I've never even talked about this. I don't even talk about it. So jail was facing many years. I was not allowed back in Vegas. That's why I moved to Miami. Started from the bottom. I had no car. I lost everything at that time.
It's a live chat, so they're like,
what are they saying?
They're like, Ness, what the hell is wrong with you? How you gonna tell her she don't look like a meth head? I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know, but like, yo, it wasn't. I had called my sister. I was in college. I called my sister and I said, I need help. I'm addicted and I can't get myself out. And she drove down from Seattle. That's why I moved to Seattle. She drove from Seattle to Yakima Valley, and I dropped out of college. And
where's Yakima Valley?
it's somewhere where a lot of meth is done because there ain't nothing there. It's like it's Yakima Valley, lower Seattle, 3 hours from there.
Okay,
Eastern Washington. So
speaking of Rick, hate to interrupt again, but
Rick Ramos on there?
Yeah,
What up,
he said respect # Rick Ramos boxing, so he's listening.
So I like I said, I didn't get to the teeth losing, picking, nothing like that. I
thank God.
Literally, the way I made a change was because I wanted to. I got on my knees and I
were
prayed.
You?
I was in college 20.
Oh, so 1 year later you started boxing?
No,
2 years later.
No, I was 20. I had just finished college volleyball. That's why I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that makes sense. You're super tall. Like the
volleyball.
volleyball.
I was like, what?
Yeah. No. It doesn't make sense to do math. No, it makes sense that you played volleyball. You're tall.
So I was always athletic, and then when I lost a lot of weight, my family, they're like, dang. I was like, I've been working out a lot. That's what I said. So where's the story going? I don't want to emphasize. I don't want to stay on that.
No. You're fine.
But I got out of that because I wanted to make a change, and I knew I didn't want this life for me, and my parents didn't show me that. So I prayed and I asked God for help, and
This is crazy. I feel like I've been following your whole career. I never heard any of these stories. And I know you work with Nancy. Has she put any of this stuff out?
It's on Primer Impacto. I spoke a lot about that, and I wanted to be real with my story because I never wanted it to come to a position where, we all have this dream where we make it really big and somebody tries to be like, oh, this is breaking news of her past. Nah, this is my past. I'm not perfect. I've lived a crazy ass life. Yes. I've seen a lot, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed because it's created to be who I am, and I'm pretty street smart also.
But it sounds like amazing testimony. You know,
Yeah.
it shows other people out there that have gone through, you know, some of these very same tragic situations that, you know, with hard work and determination, you can still come forward. Enrique, have a seat. This is our co-host, Enrique Church. He just flew into town.
Hello.
Hello, what up?
We're going to connect you in a minute. Get your headphones and stuff. But fix yourself. But yes,
It is a testimony to them.
it is a testimony.
awesome.
Absolutely. These are very important stories. I'm glad you gave us an opportunity to interview you. You know, we have a big male fan base, but they're all hardcore boxing fans, you know. And again, like me, I'm sure they've seen you and never knew any of these things. So thank you for sharing with us. I got a couple of questions. Brandon Lenz in Houston says, "Hi, Maricela."
Maricela.
Why am I saying Ciela?
I don't know.
Cela. Thanks for coming on the show. Do you have an interest in a future as a color analyst? Listening to you speak, your personality and knowledge, if I had a network, you would be an instant hire.
I would love that. Did have a show called Face to Face, and I had like my show Mari, which is on like Hulu, Amazon Prime, and
Wow.
Why the fuck didn't
Exactly.
we know this?
I'm business. That's why I came into boxing mentality as a businesswoman, and that's what people, you know, they're, oh, I'm a boxer. Now you got to treat it as a business.
Yeah.
You got to be in charge of your own shit here. I Face to Face, I love hearing stories. I love sharing stories. At the end of the day, we all go to sleep and we see, do I matter? Mm-hmm. Everybody is, you know, at the same level. I don't see anybody greater, less, or anything like that. We all are out here trying to, you know, make our dreams come true and do something in this world, which we are passionate about. So I would love that. But I think boxing wise, I think I have a lot to... I have a lot of things, and I know this myself. I have a lot of things that I have to fix with my new health wise. I don't want to do it in talking. I just want to do it in showing. I can't wait to fight.
Hopefully 2 more weeks, right?
Yes.
But are you saying you wouldn't accept a commentator position?
I would, but I feel like, you know what, and truly, like with my past fights, I want that respect, that real respect, you know, that other boxers get. I don't even have that for myself because of what I've showcased in boxing fights. I've told you, I'm the realest person for myself also. Like, I'm like, I know I have it, but fuck, come fight night. I don't know why it was that but I fixed that. I truly believe I fixed that. And I just can't wait to go in there and really show what I can do.
Do you think you show that in Costa Rica, or do you think you show it in and I'm using air quotes, the big fight that's coming in America?
No, Costa Rica. Why am I going to show you? No, Costa Rica. I can think now. The craziest part is like trying to get
so it's
boxing fans to really believe me when I say I couldn't think.
So for you, it's not a matter of opponent. It's just a matter of being able to fight and then know that you can do it now.
I know, and this is going to sound cocky because you guys are probably going to be like, I know I box beautiful. I know people who see me in the freaking gym, that's why I'd be like, yo, I train good. I know what I can do in the gym, and I love the way my movement is this guy tells me, and he's a well-respected trainer. It's like, the way you move is not the way a woman moves. You move like a man, but that's not fun to say because I'm a woman and I want all women to be like, you know, we move like women and we're chingonas on that. You know, that's it. We don't have to be compared to men. But I know what I have, and I can't wait. I can't wait to go in there.
What?
I was going to say, you got more questions?
I got Washington, D.C., DMV area. The best dad ever says, hey, Queen, what are your goals this year, and who are your favorite fighters to watch?
My goal this year is to show what I know, what I can do. I want to say a word, but it's going to give out what I have coming next. But I know I can. I really, really believe in myself, and I know I can, and I'll become champion this year. not in just one category, one belt. So I'm very confident in that.
So you plan on dropping, or because you're not going back to 68, you're saying? Because you're 164, 65, walk around.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say multiple division champ, you're going to go down.
Yeah, I'll fight at 154 and 160.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just looking, and it looks like most of them, right? Yeah, most of them have been at 60.
Yeah.
So.
And I love that I'm such an underdog in anything that I go into now. I'm excited about that.
I got a question Rick Ramos put in the chat, if I could really quick.
Yeah.
He said, would you come to Chicago for a workout?
Yes, I haven't gotten to you, Rick, because I've been on here. But yes, I even told him, I said, I'm going to take him up on that. So yes, for sure. I'll go out there for the week that you said, and then hit up Juliana Pena, which she's out in Chi-Town
Right.
also.
Now, I wonder if Rick is saying for a workout or he wants you to spar with Jessica.
I'll move in there with her, but I'm much bigger than Jessica.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
I'd
I
move
know.
in there. I
That's
know how
why
to work. I know how to work. Absolutely.
That's why I'm just asking. Maybe he just wants to get to know you better for the
show.
For
and
the show.
everything. Yeah.
Feel the chemistry, maybe.
I love going everywhere and moving around.
What's the update? What's going on with the children's book?
I have 2 children's books out.
Okay.
It's bilingual. There's Spanish and English.
Okay.
Tia Te Ama and Auntie Loves You. I have 12 nieces and nephews.
Wow, so you're doing everything.
I love it.
That's what's up.
I love it. Yeah.
What inspired that? Like, what?
I have 12 nieces and nephews, and it's just about when since day one they were born, and the love that they showed me and that they gave me, and what I knew was in store, as in like all the memories to build and everything like that. And it's cool. The illustration, the guy who did it did a really great job.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah. I plan to
So
write
where can we
more.
get them?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Yes.
Wow.
Tia Loves You.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Any plans on any more books?
Yeah. For sure. I want to do one about a dog, and then later on do one on my life. But that's like, I still have a lot to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think that is all the questions. Any super chats for her?
Did
you see?
I didn't.
Oh,
Just read.
actually, I just got a few more. Victor Banuelos, do you have time for 2 more?
Of course.
Victor Banuelos says, being a female fighter, can you see yourself being able to date a man who does not know how to fight? Hashtag stay chingona.
I'd be fine with that, but as long as I don't have to see that. When I was once dating this guy and he's threw a few punches, I was like, oh no, don't do that. I just can't see that. I can't see that.
And if you see he doesn't have any swag throwing the punches, like, I can't date you no more.
No,
You don't
I
have-
mean, I just don't want to see it. Do that when I'm not around.
That's funny.
That's a
funny.
risk, though.
What?
Like dating somebody who can't protect you, can't fight. Like, that's a risk.
I got him. Shit. Get me out. That's all.
Yo, get me out. Shout out to Fast Break Bell Bonds. Listen, James Benitez in Alabama says, I'm such a fan after hearing your story. Glad you overcame your past. I'm a new fan of yours and wish you the best in your career and future. So no question, just a statement.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Follow
Shout
me
out
at
to
Mari Cornejo Boxing.
Yes.
I was just going to tell everybody to, yeah, that's usually my thing on the outro. Let everybody know where they can follow you if they haven't done so already, but you did. So we thank you for giving us this time on short notice. It was fun and very informative. I did not know any of this. Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to speak a little bit about it all.
Yeah, it was fun.
And go cop the book.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazon or Barnes and Nobles.
And what? Two names.
No link tree is not in your link?
Yeah.
Oh.
On my bio, just Linktree, and you'll
There you
get
go.
out of it.
Find it
Tia
right on her
loves you.
Instagram bio so you can just, know exactly
Thank you.
where
I
to find
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah, of course, man. We got to help each other out. We look forward to having you back on. there will or will not be any sort of TV streaming for the Costa Rica fight.
Yes, there will.
Oh, wow, okay,
I'll announce that at weigh-in. when we are both present.
Right, and weight's been made, so definitely go follow.
Yeah, you got to follow her if you want to see her next fight because
Yeah.
she's not making announcements to the weigh-in. Too many pullouts.
I know. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. And truly, I just rather go drink some tequila alone if it freaking gets. And nobody knows.
What kind of tequila you drink?
Oh, añejo, clase azul.
Clase Azul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
okay.
are
This
Tres
guy's
Arcos.
he's a 42, right?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm a 42 guy, but
42. You know what? Have you made your way to clase azul?
I've made my way to Clase Azul. I don't know. It's just
I'd rather have Don Julio Añejo versus 42.
really.
It's so much. I think it's so much more smoother.
See, I think the
I'm not a
42.
tequila drinker.
I'm straight to Herederas. Respesado.
Herraduras?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Nah, is that bad?
Yeah,
No,
that's-
it's just not my.
Also, Casa Azul. I just
Clase
experienced.
azul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I could drink
know.
that like water. Shit.
Damn.
She like, hey, you think I'm expensive with the tequila? She's expensive with the tequila.
Clase Azul is expensive?
The añejo is, yeah.
Is that the
That black
porcelain bottle?
Oh, there's a white one with the blue.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so
then
the
you got
next, the black one with gold.
one?
Right.
That one.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Damn, Rika, you sound good on a studio mic.
Yo, what up?
You
Yeah.
hear yourself, huh?
I hear myself.
Shit, can I stay? No.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
can
joking.
stay.
No, I gotta go.
All right. Well, we
Thank
thank you
you.
once again and look forward to getting you back on.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.